think positively about the future. And not only that, think positively about the present. Whatever is happening to you, accept it. Don't mind what happens, just make the best of it. Make the best of it. I know these are all cliches that you heard a million times, but they're true. The reason they're cliches is because they're true. It doesn't, what matters to you is of very little importance. What is of supreme importance is how you react to it. Because you can turn a situation positive just simply through your thinking. You can turn a situation positive simply through your feeling. You can turn a situation positive simply by how you choose to observe it. So I'm just really trying to drive that point home. Let us see. So those are a few uses for meditation. Um, those are a few uses for meditation, and again, you're gonna have different strategies depending on what your goal is. If your goal is to heal yourself, you're gonna have a different strategy. That's a very specific kind of meditation. If you're trying to just tap, unplug a little bit and open yourself up and just kind of be in your awareness, without any really thinking about anything, you're going to employ different strategies. If you're trying to manifest something, you're going to employ different strategies. So let's talk about manifesting something real quick, as the last thing. Probably not the last thing. Let me stop lying. Man, chakras. We didn't even talk about the chakras. Okay, so real quick before we get into that, the chakras, when dealing with the meditation, because another thing you can do with the meditation is you can, you can start tapping into your chakras, and the chakras are basically ways for different portals. They're like portals for different kinds of energy, that contain specific kinds of qualities to come into your structure, to come into your body, to come into your energy body, and thus into your spiritual body. Um, and the different chakras um, are contained. It's kind of like the zodiac. You know how like the zodiac, the reason why every zodiac seems like it could be you. You could read anybody's horoscope and it'll sound like you on any given day, um, because every sign of the zodiac is contained within every other sign of the zodiac. It's just in different proportions. So you're more, you know, Leo than you are Taurus. Whatever you think that is. Um, but the point is that all the zodiac energies are contained within all the other zodiac energies. They're just in different proportions. So that's why all the zodiac signs sound like you at one point or another, because all of that is contained within you, just in different proportions. And it's the same thing with, why was I making that analogy? Because it's the same thing with, the chakras. All of the different energies represented by the different chakras are contained within all the other chakras. It's just in different proportions. So depending on what you really want to tap into, you would tap into the chakra that's most um, you would tap into the chakra that's most beneficial for whatever it is you're trying to do. It's like using the best tool for the job. If you're trying to if you're trying to get rid of the snow on your walkway, you don't bring a spoon out, you bring a shovel out. Or even if you really want to get about it, you bring the snowblower out. You pick your best tool that you have, and that's what the chakra is about. And just real quick, what the different chakras represent. Your root chakra starts at the base of your spine. Deals with things of a grounding nature. Deals with your survival instincts. Um, Deals with a lot of stuff that deals around your kind of like your reptilian brain, which is your fight or flight. It deals a lot with that. Its color is red. Um, they have specific shapes too, and I'll explain why in a minute. And they have specific sounds that they make as well, which I'll also explain in a minute. Um, but especially with chakras, something like that. I'm giving you my interpretation of chakras and how I interpret them. But you're definitely going to probably come up with your own system of understanding what they are. You have another the other. Okay, so coming up is right around like a little bit below your belly button. Um, there's another chakra there, deals with the sexual energies, um, and colors orange. It has a sound tone too as well. Um, it deals with sexual energies. It deals with emotional energies. Sexual energy is very powerful. It can also be used for a variety of purposes, healing the body, getting to higher consciousness. Um, in fact, sexual energy is one of the most uh, powerful, powerful energies you can generate in your body. Um, and the thing is, a point I should have probably clarified earlier is that once you bring the energy into your body through the breathing or through, um, or bring the sexual energy into your body, you can use it for whatever you want to use it for. We talked about it. I think we did talk about it a little bit with the multiple purposes. But there's two steps to this. Bringing the energy, two steps to if you're trying to create something, if you're trying to heal yourself, if you're trying to make something manifest. There's two main steps to it, which is bringing the energy in one, but then using the energy to manifest what you want. And dealing with the sexual energy deals around with that chakra right around the bottom of the navel, a little bit below the navel, but those are powerful energies to deal with. Going up again at that, you have in your solar plexus, you have another chakra there, another very powerful chakra where you can really store your energy up. Um, that's why they actually call it the solar plexus. Solar plexus, soul meaning sun. Um, so that is literally your inner sun, and it has the energy of the sun, a sun. Um, it can store all that. It's that's where all your nerves come together as well. There's a big nerve bundle back there in your physical body. And please, the chakras are not in your physical body. They're more in they deal with your energy body, your aura, and the electromagnetic field that surrounds your body, and not so much your skin and all that. And then coming up, my favorite chakra and yours too, the heart chakra. Um, Green. The sun chakra is like a yellow, bright gold, like a golden color. Heart chakra is green. Um, it's about love, you know. It's about, oh, the in the yeah. I kind of skipped over the solar chakra, but the solar chakra is about energy. It supplies the energy to the body. Heart chakra is about love and opening up and not fearing, not doubting, knowing, acceptance, um, openness, letting things live, man, letting yourself live, not taking it too serious, um, remaining curious, remaining, you know, inquisitive, seeing the wonder in the world, almost childlike, um, accepting others as they are, accepting yourself as you are, loving yourself. Um, it's the key. The heart chakra is the key. Um, and the real key is you, you can't fake this one. You cannot fake loving yourself. You cannot fake loving other people. It will be demonstrated through your thoughts. It will be demonstrated through your feeling, and more importantly, it will be demonstrated in your actions. Do you really feel the love? Do you understand what it means to have your heart open to other people? And I know that can be difficult in these days and times because of the kind of society we live in. But that's just something that you got to balance. It's something that you got to balance because the heart chakra has to be open, uh, but somewhat protected, but open. I know it's a paradox, but um, it is a paradox we have created, so we got to deal with it. But the heart chakra got to be open. Love yourself unconditionally. Love others unconditionally. Period. The end. All right, throat chakra right here, blue, deals with communication, being able to express yourself, being able to understand others, being able to formulate your ideas clearly, coherently, concisely, and to be able to send and receive information, so be able to understand others, what others are saying. Um, not emphasizing, empathizing, um, which is literally putting yourself in their shoes and seeing their perspective authentically. That's one of the difficult things for human beings to do, is to see other people's perspectives. But it's one of the keys, because we have our own perspective. It's very strong. We think it's the only way, but in reality, there are infinite number of ways to see what we're seeing, and we just have one perspective. We have to be conscious of and empathize with other perspectives, because we want the same for other people to do for us. That's just how it goes. And let's see, you got a sixth chakra, third eye, third eye, pineal gland. Um, Pineal gland is literally an eye. That's why you can, when you imagine something, you see it. It's not, you see it. Like if you want to visualize an elephant right now, you can do it. If you want to visualize whatever you want, you can do it, because it's literally an eye. And it is uh, one of your psychic centers. So if you do, certain kind of breathing work, certain kind of energy work, consistently, over a period of time, and you work with that, and you work with that with a righteous intent and a desire to open up those abilities. You can actually use That's another thing you can use meditation for, is to tap into your psychic abilities that every human being comes hardwired with, but we just don't you know don't use it. If you don't, just like if you don't use a muscle, it goes into entropy and dies. It's no different with psychic muscles. If you don't use your psychic muscles, they go into entropy, but they can be reactivated, and they will be reactivated, some sooner than others. But you can accelerate that process through your meditations, and you can find more on that, and reading about some stuff like that. So was that all the chakras? Oh, that wasn't the chakras. Third eye is seeing the totality of things, really understanding how things fit together, seeing the relationships and things. It kind of relates to seeing what's coming. Um, that's one of the psych abilities that it pops off and that it represents. Um, Pineal gland. Just look up the pineal gland. And then you have a crown chakra. Crown chakra that goes around the top of the head. Purple. This chakra is like they indigo purple, or purple, and this is indigo, whatever. But it's not. I mean, indigo is not even accurate. It's like a bright, 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 fluorescent purple that contains a whole bunch of other fluorescent kind of color. It's wild, but the crown chakra is really your I am. Your connection to the through the. It's your the all knowing, consciousness, um, so to speak. But the key is that you gotta. It's not about. It's really not about working on the chakra that you think you need to work on, even though it may be, but it might not be. But it's more about a balance, making sure they're balanced, because we live in a universe of duality, and polarity, uh, um, which means every energy has a beneficial side, but it also has a detrimental side, and so we decide which energy we want to tap into by what we consciously decide. But I guess what I'm getting at is that you may think that you need to work on some emotional problem, so you may concentrate on the chakra below the navel, but that may not be the chakra that you may need to work on to fix what you're trying to fix. It may be a problem with your throat chakra, or maybe a problem with your heart chakra. Not a problem necessarily, but more balance may be needed in these areas, and not necessarily your emotional chakra.